Welcome to Blinds Abroad.
Hey everyone, welcome to another Blinds Abroad restaurant review. Today we're going to be reviewing a local restaurant or cafe, I guess you'd call it, back in my hometown of Sandy, Utah, called Crisp and Green. Now, I will preface this by saying neither of us had ever been to Crisp and Green when we went there. We just found it online because Cleaves happened to be looking at a restaurant that I could frequent because I have a boatload of food allergies, intolerances, and I have to be very selective at what I can eat in public unless I home bake it myself. But besides my issues, we found Crispin Green and he was like, I think this will work. So got in our Uber. He taught me how to do that, so we'll have to tell you about that sometime. But again, besides me rambling, here's the actual review.
So, on this Blinds Abroad restaurant review, before we got into it, I hadn't looked up too much about Crisp and Green. Saw some of the menu and figured, oh yeah, that'll work for me. Like this, basically, you can eat everything on there, right? It'll be great. And the Uber took us straight to the door. They were pretty good in that respect, weren't they?
Yeah.
And we got in, and it was a nice sort of big, kind of wide, openy sort of place.
Mhm.
But the actual set out of it is kind of like Subway, I'm going to say,
Oh, definitely.
in the sense that you've got like a counter and you go around one side and then you sort of tell the person behind the counter what you want and then they'll make it up for you. But we didn't know this going in, did we?
No, we did not.
So the bit where you pay at Subway, we kind of went there first.
Because that's where we thought we went. That's where because we were looking like, where's the line? Where do we go? And we ended up at the till at the cash register and asked the lady, is this where we go? She's like, no, you go over there and pointed, and both of us are standing there with our canes, and we're like, excuse me, where?
She was nice about it,
She
wasn't
was. He
she?
did.
She was like, oh, it's just over there, it's just over this way. But yeah, with two people with white canes, it's like pointing's not the best.
I'm sorry, everything comes across harsher when I talk. I think it's the American in me. It sounds a lot meaner than it really was, but so we just
We
asked,
ambled, didn't we,
yeah,
in the
we
general direction.
hmm And then when we got up there, remember I was trying to listen to how do you order here, and then I do remember because I wanted a salad, and so I think I asked the guy helping us what kind of salad I could get, and when he said chicken Caesar, I was like, make my life easy, I'll just go with the chicken Caesar. And then as we went down the line, I just kind of told him what I wanted, but that's pretty straightforward, I think.
We sort of had to ask them the options, didn't they? But you can
Yeah.
pretty have, like, if you're building your own bowl, you can have loads of different
Salads.
veggie,
Oh yeah. It's
like,
like a salad
toppings.
bar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Like
pretty
a
much.
salad bar or a wrap
Hmm.
or a sandwich. Because I
We,
think they do make to order sandwiches as well.
I'm not sure about sandwiches, but they definitely do wraps because I had
Hmm
like a buffalo chicken one.
hmm
But again, that came with all like kind of tasty greens. And to its credit, it all tasted properly fresh, didn't it?
It did.
And everything's like they go on a way to make it tasty and healthy. Like the
Hmm
wraps were low carb. Um, I can't remember if they might have done sandwiches. If they do, then again, I think it's sort of like low carb
They make
bread.
it
It's
healthier.
like brown rice as well. If you want a grain bowl, you can have it with rice and
Yeah.
all the veggies.
hmm
Most of the fillings are sort of chicken as well.
hmm
There are other things, don't get me wrong. I think they do like shrimp and things like that as
Yeah.
well. But yeah, you sort of go along and they ask you what it is you want. If you haven't already got one of the pre-made ones, then you can either have the bowls or yeah, grain bowls, wraps, etc. And it's all kind of fresh, lush, green stuff. Uh, and then we came to the end, and you can order drinks, but it's like
hmm
soft drinks, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. I remember it was fountain drinks where we would have had to go to the machine, or I think they had bottled water, like regular bottled water. I think they had some fancy bottled water, or they had a couple of fresh Cokes in a can that just happened to be there, and both of us were like, Coke, please, in a can.
Mm. I think they do smoothies as well. I had a quick
Mm-hmm.
look through the smoothies menu, and they do a lot of smoothies, and a lot of them look pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we didn't go all the way through the menu before going. I was just like,
No.
this looks all right, because I hadn't looked at the description all too much, but I kind of thought, oh, we'd sit down and maybe it would be a place where you get served. Nope, not the case. You go to
Mhm.
the counter. And even they describe it, now that I've Googled it since, as fast, casual health food restaurant.
Hmm.
So there you go.
There you go. Yeah. And I do remember they bagged all of our stuff up as if we were going to take away. But we just ended up looking around and finding a table. And then I remember just unloading the bag and just like divvying out all the food. Like, here's your bowl, and here's your wraps, and here's your, silverware and napkins and Coke and everything. And then
Silverware, was it?
yeah, well, for me,
Might be plasticware.
yeah,
Yeah.
silverware, plasticware, whatever. They didn't use wood, so they could improve on that, I suppose. Um, but I do remember when we were leaving, and we were going to head to another place, just for a different, uh,
Vibe,
yeah,
atmosphere,
thank
I
you.
guess,
Couldn't
yeah.
think of the words. I do remember there was some ladies next to us, and we were both like, do we take the food to the like
Yeah,
try and find the
the trash.
trash, or do we just leave it? Because I, in the heat of the moment, had, when we were paying, I forgot to ask, what do we do? And I couldn't tell from what was happening around us. Sometimes you can tell if people are cleaning it at the restaurant or if it's just the people. And we just ultimately thought, no, let's just leave. So
Yeah,
we left.
we couldn't find the. We didn't know where the
We didn't know
trash.
what
We
the
didn't know where the
policy
bins were,
were.
the trash cans were. So we just like, screw it. Let's just leave it.
Yep. So we did. And honestly, I think if you're going there as somebody in a wheelchair or something, I think you might need.
I thought it was relatively okay to get around.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was enough space
Yes, definitely.
to get up and down like the aisles and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. It might have been a tight U to
Yeah.
at the bottom to get around the actual. There's like a sort of one of those like almost like rope nylon fences things that you
Yes.
have to go down one
Mm-hmm.
side, you turn around to go back down the counter.
Yeah.
So it might have been a bit tricky to get along that bit. But the actual restaurant is always quite open,
It
wasn't it? I think
was.
if you
Yeah,
had a
it was.
wheelchair or something like that, you'd probably be okay to find somewhere. I think it was a ramp up into the restaurant as
I
well,
think so
wasn't it?
too. Yeah.
So from that sort of aspect, it would probably have been accessible.
Mm-hmm.
If you get flustered easily, look at the menu online before you go.
Yes.
Don't do a Cleaves.
And Macy, because we both were just kind of like, but we got through it. We did it.
You
Um,
make it sound like an ordeal.
yes, some people might say it was an ordeal. Others would be, oh, you're
I thought it
fine.
was all right. I
It was
mean, don't
fine.
get me wrong, if I was in the area, if I'd been shopping or something next door, and you wanted something like quick and delicious to eat, go for it. I thought it
Hmm.
was the actual food I thought was actually genuinely quite
It
nice.
really was good quality food. You could taste how fresh everything was, all the produce.
I'm not sure the staff were like super trained when it came to people with,
Disabilities.
yeah, disability or blindness. I don't expect
Hmm.
them to go sort of up and over the top with regards to that. But they were polite and they were
Hmm.
trying to be helpful, I think.
Yeah.
So, um,
Ultimately, I think in that respect, you have to remember, as the person with the disability, it does help alleviate a lot of awkwardness. If you can tell that somebody might not understand how to help you, you just have to kindly say, excuse me, could you help me with this? Could you actually tell me where that is, or what have you? But
don't get annoyed or bitter about it. Help them to
no,
help you so that other people will be, they'll learn for other people coming in next time.
exactly.
You can't be expected to know absolutely everything about everyone's disability. So, it's give and take in that
Yes.
respect.
If you approach them with kindness, then they'll approach you back with kindness.
Hmm. Stick that on a t-shirt. All right. So what would you have rated Crisp and Green overall out of 10?
Overall about 10, I would say probably 7.5, maybe an 8.
You're quite nice with your scoring, aren't you? I'd probably give it a 7. The food was good. I couldn't really fault it.
Hmm.
And the restaurant itself was nice. It was clean. It was just, I guess part of it was down to the experience, and I wasn't going in expecting that. But if I went back, I'd know what I was getting. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It was good. And if you're in the area and you want that sort of food, would recommend it. It was
Hmm.
nice.
Were we good?
Yeah,
All
we'll
right.
call it for this episode. Again, if you've either been there or comment, or if you know any good gluten-free restaurants or bars, cafes, anything like that, let us know in the comments and we'll come back to you.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks for watching and listening to Blinds Abroad. And follow us on socials and YouTube at Blinds Abroad, or email us at blindsabroad@gmail.com.
Join our community. Remember to like and subscribe.